Hey. Well, we're back. This is the Offaly way, trail 36 out of 42 for us. It is only about 30 to 35 kilometers long. Unclear exactly what the distance is. I guess we'll find out. We're in a town called Cadamstown, County Offaly, which honestly is lovely. I'm not going to close it on you if you come. I really like it. Good job, Cadamstown. Slash Cadamstown Tidy Towns Commission. Yeah, we're only about like literally 2 minutes along the trail, and it goes straight on along this riverbank, which is really gorgeous. Yeah, it's now 12:30, give or take. Quite a late start.
Closer to 1 o'clock, I think, at this point. Yeah.
It's now 12:45. It's quite a late start, unfortunately. We came out from Dublin today. So while we could do this trail in a day, and we're going to see where we get to, more than likely we won't be able to do the trail in a single day, and we'll have to do it over today and then tomorrow morning. But we'll just see how it goes. I'm really excited to be walking again. Ellie is also really excited to be walking again, but she's holding the camera and so she cannot show emotions. Here we go, I guess. Trail 36. We were originally going to start this at the north end, and I'm really glad we didn't, because this whole start is super duper nice. Just along this river walk in Cadamstown. It's great. I really enjoy it. They did that thing where it's the edge of a forest and it's nice trees on the outside and bad trees on the inside. So the mountain, or really kind of more like an unassuming hill or whatever it is, that behind us there, that's the Slieve Blooms, a mountain range kind of in the centre of the country. And we will be back pretty soon to do the Slieve Bloom Way, which we can probably see from here. When we're on the Slieve Bloom Way, I'm going to look back down here and see if we can see this spot. The walking so far has been really, really good. It's just been along the riverbank of the Silver River, which is a great name for a river. And it's just been completely off-road so far. It's been really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I think we are going to come onto road now for a little bit. So we'll see what that's going to be like. But it was nice. I liked it. I did it. It was a style. In style.
Yeah, so we've just passed Ballyboy, or just kind of, the trail only skirts the corner of the town, but it was really, really pretty from that corner, and it looked like there was some amazing like redevelopment going on along the riverside, of like local amenities and benches, and there was a bin, so you know things are getting fancy if there's a bin. But anyway, we've kind of noticed that a lot of the farmland here have these long strips of, like, at the side of fields, that it's not rapeseed, but just kind of like wild rapeseed like plants growing in like whites and yellows and stuff, and they're clearly fenced off, and the first couple of times we didn't quite notice the fencing and we just thought it was a strip that hadn't been cut, but it is definitely something, so we're really curious what it is. Is it like farmers in the area have pledged to leave, what would that be, 5% of their land wild? Yeah, I don't know. It's curious anyway. We haven't walked through any of it, so it's like separate to what's then fenced off for the trail, which is this area here, which is like just about arm's width. And you got like the river on one side, and for a while there we had bullocks on the other side. But yeah, I don't know. It's really nice.
Oh, every time I gotta get out the map, you're filming me. But look, it's the Tough Souls maps. I made this. Yeah, I think we're like here. I can hear the N-road. Which means that we're on the next map. Yeah, okay, we're here. Just about to come into this town. We've got this to do. I don't know exactly what we're going to do around here. It's all bog, so kind of hard to know. And then, I don't know. It's still feasible. I still kind of think we can do it in the one day. It even says it on the info board that you could do it in a single day. It does say a 10-hour day. And while I think that our pace is usually a little bit better than the average walkers, today it probably isn't because it's our first trail back in forever. So I suspect we're going to have to camp somewhere, like maybe along the canal or something. We'll see. Are you now going to film me walking over the stile like you initially intended? Mm-hmm. Alright.
Right now. That should be loud enough for the two.
Yeah. Okay, well we're I would say a little bit past halfway.
Oh, I was going to say a little bit under halfway.
Well,
then we're halfway.
Who's the optimist now? It's cool because we can see these two windmills. There's some. There's some windmills in the background. And there's two windmills on my map, and I was like, what the hell? Did someone like spuriously put in two windmills on OpenStreetMap? But nope. Anyway, so we were just walking on road for...
Yeah, so up until Kilcormac, it's been super, super nice. We were like, oh god, this is like way better than we expected. I guess we had low expectations going in because it just didn't really seem like much.
I feel like I did the trail a little bit dirty, to be honest. It is better than I expected it to be.
Yeah. And then we had a very long, like it was only 3 kilometers or something, but super duper straight section of road, which just makes it feel like it goes on forever.
Yeah. 3 kilometers, I think. But
yeah.
It felt like it was 2 hours of my life.
Yeah. So we just reached this bog, and we were kind of like, there's the Offaly way, but then there's also some looped walks, so there's kind of a lot of crisscrossing, so we weren't 1,000% sure what way to go through it. But then we actually, like, we got a few hundred meters in, and it's just a gravel, like a tarmac gravel surface.
It's like a greenway or something.
Through the bog.
And I genuinely was I was honestly quite depressed just there, because I was like, okay, well, I'm not looking forward to bog road, but at least it would have been soft underfoot.
Yeah.
And instead we get this kind of tarmac, and it's just, I guess partially I am sad because a cyclist went past us right as we came out onto this, and I was like, cyclists ruining everything. But
so mean, I'm a cyclist.
Yeah, well, how many things do you ruin all the time? Anyway, I don't know. So there's a lot of options to this stretch. There's so somewhere over there is a sculpture park and a 7000 BC monolithic area of some sort, which, I mean, we were pretty interested in going to, but to be completely honest, if it's just tarmac practice,
we might just take the shortest. Yeah.
Might just take the shortest route. And it's something maybe I'll come back to someday with a bicycle.
Yeah, to be honest, it could probably be a good place for an outing. Like, it is incredibly quiet here, and like flat, and it's it's kind of interesting in a way, and I hadn't noticed it until Carl said it a second ago, but there are no telegraph wires.
Yeah, there's no electricity going anything like that.
Yeah.
This is it's actually a really nice spot. I just wish that it wasn't tarmac. Yeah. Anyway, my arm is getting tired. We're gonna keep going.
Build that selfie camera strength again.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the sculpture park here at Loch Bua, which is legitimately extremely nice. But my request is that you don't tarmac all of it. It's sore on my feetsies. It is nice, it's super nice. I really like all the sculptures. There's loads of amenities. There's like a coffee station that was unfortunately closed. It's really nice. It's just that our feet are sore, and it would have been nice to have some off-road section to walk through, particularly because that's what it looked like on the map. But yeah, it's good. I like it. I'm going to walk this way now. Well, we've just met the Grand Canal again. I feel like we should cut to the piece that we filmed on the Grand Canal. Yeah, there's a proper sign for it.
Oh.
It looks like it would be really short. So, we're going to be back here someday to do the Offaly way. We'd actually considered doing it before this. In any case, the two trails cross over for like a kilometre. The Offaly way is only this long, and the Grand Canal way is more like this long. So we were kind of tempted to do it first, so we'd have a nice short trail done. But anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say, Ellie?
Dunno. We'll be back.
We'll be back. Yeah, we'll see this part of the trail again. This kilometre or so. In theory, we could actually walk it now, but we don't want to. We want to do it now. Say goodbye to the Offaly way. Yeah, so the Offaly way intersects with the Grand Canal for a couple of like 2 or 3 kilometres. So we're going to walk the Grand Canal again, which we've already walked. So I feel like we should have gotten a lift for these like 3 kilometres so that so we wouldn't have to re-walk a bit that we've done. But we are walking in the opposite direction. We did walk it this way last time. The last bit of walking was mostly road. You know, it was fine. We've upgraded slightly from fruitcake to half off quiche from Dunn's.
More than half, it's like.
Yeah, it was a lot off. Oh, tinfoil. Oh well. It's pretty good actually. Well, yeah, they were way more than half off. They're $1.25 each. So don't believe the any 2 for €8 thing.
I thought I'd be able to see you.
Alright, well, so we were really hoping to do this trail in one day. So at the north end of the trail, you're about a couple of kilometres away from a town called Clara, which has...
You're 11 kilometres away.
A few kilometres away from a town called Clara, which has a train station that goes directly to Dublin. So we're kind of hoping to finish it, get on the train and get home to our regular beds, because we apparently have become extremely soft. But the last train is unfortunately at 20 to 9, and we made it like to an hour away from the end at 8 o'clock. So we were very, very close, but not quite close enough. So yeah, we just decided not to risk continuing on. So we're just going to camp on the canal tonight. Thank you Waterways Ireland for having very nice camping policies. And also the only campsite that we could find along this entire trail. The trail today was good, I thought. I was pleasantly surprised. Oh, we were so close. This is what happens when you watch Game of Thrones in the morning instead of getting on your bus. But, you know, such is life. So now we're going to throw up the tent. We're going to be very leave no trace about it, as we always are, and you should be too. We're going to go to bed, because it's cold and we're sleepy. How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Well, 10 days ago? Yeah, I sprained my ankle. Pretty, like a good sprain. Well sprained, but not severely damaged. So we were a little worried about how that would affect walking, but so far it's been pretty fine. My knee is a bit sore today, but I think that's just because I spent a week like either resting my leg at weird angles or like overcompensating with my knee when I was walking. So I think that's just a bit stiff, and that'll just take a couple of days to like relax and get back into the swing of things. But otherwise I'm pretty good. Yeah. Still kind of half asleep. So last night we made it to the far end of the canal section, and eventually we made the wide decision of walking back along the canal, because we'd seen this bridge, which looked like an old disused railway bridge, and we were just going to cross it and camp on the grassy bank on the other side. And then when we get back, the bridge is open, so it's a swing bridge. So this like long section behind me pivots and makes an actual full bridge. But we didn't even think it was like usable anymore, never mind actually in use. So we dodged an unexpected bullet, I guess, for not crossing over earlier in the evening and being stranded on the wrong side of the canal. But yeah, instead we slept over there. It was quite nice.
Why is there a bridge here?
Why is there a bridge here?
Yeah.
We're surrounded by Boardnamona peat bogs, so the tracks, we've kind of come across a few tracks, and they're all the narrow gauge ones, so they're all the like small peat ferrying trains. We saw a lot of these kind of train tracks in Donegal. They had loads of narrow gauge railway. Yeah, this is the Boardnamona one.
Mm. We made it to the end. This is it's an old church called St. Manholm's Church, I think.
Yeah.
We're like literally right on time for our bus, so we don't have much time to do this. We will do a bigger thing when we get to the train station in a little bit. I enjoyed this trail. What do you think, Ellie? I give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think they did the best possible job they could with the stuff they had. Okay, let's go. We're going to catch this bus.
Yay!
So, we finished the Offaly way. I had a good time.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Me too.
We're now waiting for our train.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much we filmed yesterday. I think we got really, really excited to be walking again and to be outside. And then just kind of got caught up in walking and in getting kilometres done and being like, oh my god, look how much we've done in a day and look how much we could do in a day. And we just kind of got really excited about that because it's been so long, and it was like, I think at least I was definitely feeling quite stressed before we started. Just the build-up of like waiting to do something. So.
And as well, I mean, we also didn't really have very high hopes for this trail. So we were kind of like, when we were planning this, we were like, we could do this in a day, assuming that there wasn't going to be anything we'd actually want to stick around for. Which is a pity, because there were things we should have stuck around for. There were things that we should have stuck around for. So I'm going to put this trail on the list of trails that we're going to go back and do again in 2021.
That's very soon.
I think it was really good. I enjoyed it. I think they did the absolute best that they could with what they had to work with, you know?
Yeah, such a great job.
Yeah, so highlights of the trail for you?
Well, the start in Cadamstown was amazing.
Yeah, the start was really, really good. Cadamstown was great, and I really look forward to returning there for the Boom Way.
The whole way from Cadamstown up to Kilcormac, which I think is about 16 kilometres, was like fantastic. Yeah. It was super, super enjoyable. Yeah,
really good. It was nearly all off-road.
Like pretty forests, bluebells,
the
rivers.
Cows were polite, which is important.
Yeah, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that bit for sure. I quite liked the Lochbura stuff, only for it was tarmac. And I was kind of hoping that, it didn't look like it was going to be tarmac. Until we got there.
I think it was just not what we expected.
Yeah.
And then like as we were leaving, we could see there was an information centre that was also like a coffee shop and toilets, and there's this whole bike rental area. And like we think there's room for a campsite there. That would be a great feature.
Please open a campsite there.
So it is a really, really cool looking park. It just wasn't what we expected, I guess.
Yeah, it's the reason that I want to go back and do this again.
Yeah.
Because there's also a Mesolithic area there with like archaeological things from 7,000, 9,000 years ago. Like it's crazy. And we just didn't get to check it out as much as we would have liked to. And that's definitely partially our fault.
Yeah.
And by partially, I mean like fully our fault.
You just kind of got caught up in the walking aspect.
We just kind of wanted to get stuff done. So,
yeah. And then it was nice then, like, I'm proud of us that we made the decision to be like, no, we should walk back. Because we so rarely are willing to walk backwards to a better campsite.
Yeah.
Like, it was a half an hour walk. Like, it wasn't far at all.
Yeah.
But we went back, camped at a better spot.
Yeah.
Slept pretty well for our first night out this year.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, well, for our first night out of these trails.
Yeah. I'm going to give this trail 6.5 out of 10. But I'm pretty sure that I am under-representing it.
Especially, I guess I was expecting so little because the maps didn't look very exciting. That then it kind of like blew my expectations out of the water.
Yeah.
But it wasn't also like 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely, I really enjoyed it.
I think it would, honestly, it would go up to like a 7.5 if we had actually planned to spend more time there. It's mostly our fault. Like if we decided to do it over 2 stages rather than 1. If we decided to stop in Kilcormac, which is where the info boards recommend we stop, I think it would have been a better day. Or a better trail for us.
Or if we'd wanted to do it in the one day, we would have had to start a lot earlier. Like we didn't start until after 12
You absolutely can do this in one day, by the way. 100%. It's
like if you're a regular walker, or if you're a active walker.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't recommend somebody who doesn't walk at all to try and do it in a day.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely doable. 100% to do it in a day. We were so close yesterday.
But I'm proud of us for turning around and finding a nice campsite and sleeping.
Yeah.
As always, I'd love to say a huge thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon. It really means the world to us. We couldn't do this without your support. And this week I'd like to say a special thank you to Porrick Berry, to Peter Clark and to the Waymark Trails app for your continued support. It's been fantastic. And only 6 trails left. So here's to the final 6.
Oh, I also want to say a big thank you to Jean O'Byrne, who offered us a place to stay while we were doing this trail and couldn't actually give it to us because she had just had a baby. So congratulations on your baby.
Yeah.
And no hard feelings. It's us. I just realised.
Tall and small.
Stop looking at your feet. It's gross.
Our name is Tough Souls. Feet are an integral part of our project.
Today in interesting filming setups. That is doing our audio. Be aware that section around Lochbula, I keep calling it Lochbula for some reason. Anyway, that area around Lochbula, that area around Lochbura